Welcome to Death Grow, where we're talking about death, related.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I know, like, plants are a big part of your life, so you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
quite emotional about
Serious
plants.
stuff.
Yeah. Welcome to Death Grow, the show talking about the death of plants with Elle, my current housemate
Hi.
and soon to be Australian. And I'm just going to ask her a few questions, but before we do that, tell me about this. What is this?
This is my bin.
Yeah.
This is my bin. Yeah. It's the bin that I keep in my room. I've actually had this for years.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's been used for a lot of things. Yeah.
Nice.
That sounded weird.
What things has it been used for then?
So aside from like rubbish, like when I've been severely sick, I think I had this in uni.
Okay.
And so it was also my sick bin.
This is a chunder bucket.
Chunder bucket, yeah. It's been a really reliable bin, actually.
Yeah.
I've had it, for many years.
For those who don't know why we have a bin on this video, it's because this whole concept is talking about where do your plants go when they die. Mine just go in a sack.
In a sack?
Yeah, just like they're kidnapped or something.
What do you do with a sack?
It just goes to landfill.
You take it there, or it just makes its way there?
it just like grows legs.
Okay.
Just walks.
Fair enough.
But basically, the whole Death Grow thing came about because when I worked in commercial horticulture and in the trials and breeding area, we weren't allowed to burn the plants that we created,
Right.
but we weren't allowed to release them into the wild, so like into skips, because people do jump in the skips and take the plant material to grow on, because you can get a lot for royalties these days for your plants.
There you go, fun fact.
There you go. And this area was called the killing off area, and there was this one particular row I called it Death Grow, and it was just full of these plastic dustbins, you know, the ones with the clips.
Yeah.
And we would fill them with sempervivums and stuff, so succulents, and they had a lot of water in their leaves. And so when it got really hot and sunny, the water would come out the leaves and like what's it called when it like condenses? It condense on the lid of the dustbin and then go back down into the pot, and so you'd have like that much water in the dustbin.
That's great. Is that where your Death Grow name come from?
That's where it comes from.
Nice, makes sense.
But when it does that, it decomposes quite fast.
Okay.
And so it absolutely stank. And
I bet.
the fishy smell went for miles. And you know, that's where it all comes from. That's where it stems from. But
origin story.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There's lore to this. There's a reason behind everything, and it's not always a great, interesting story. But there you have it.
I think it's pretty cool.
A pocket to my life, and a pocket to your bin's life. I'm gonna let you choose the question. I'll read it out, and these are really tame questions compared to some that I have, and you don't have to be a plant expert or anything like that.
I'm really not.
You just have to answer some.
Do I just pick? Yeah.
Yeah, just pick.
And I give it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever given a plant as a gift knowing it would probably die in that person's care?
Oh yeah. 100%. You know those little ones they do in like Tesco's or supermarkets that come in the pretty pots?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're just like £5, and they just look pretty in the pretty pots, but you know they're gonna die. Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Which friend is this?
Oh, multiple. The most recent one is Louis that used to live here. So at Halloween, we was carving pumpkins, and he was just so against the whole Halloween idea. So I thought it'd be really cool because I saw it in Tesco's. I bought him one of those little plants, and it was a ghost pot. It was a ghost pot of a little plant, and I gave it to him, and I knew it was going to die, and it did die.
It turned into a ghost.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
There's a word for that when it becomes like the thing it was destined to be.
Yeah. And it was actually a sad ghost. Yeah, it was a sad ghost.
More fitting.
Yeah. It knew that it was probably going to die.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the latest one in October.
Okay. If your plants had a group chat, what would their main topic be?
About how much I do not water them.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, like, I was saying this the other day, like, it's so bad. Like, I leave them to the point they're all shriveled and dry and just, like, desperate for water before I water them. And I feel really bad, but I just, I'm not in a good routine with it. So they would literally chat shit about me and how much I do not water them. Yeah. And because I drink a lot of water as well, so I have literally water bottles all around my room. And
oh my God, you're torturing them. You know what? I saw a thing, by a thing I mean like some research, where plants can recognise their owners.
Really?
Not like visually, although that was like the main, the clickbait headline.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can recognise owners, so they're probably like, yeah, she's us.
And because I buy bottled water, and I always, you know, when you fidget and you leave them, and I have like just like dribs and drabs all around my room, and it probably tortures them. But I just wait until they're really shriveled. I'm like, oh, they look like they need some water. Because to be fair, I don't actually know how often you're meant to water them. So just when they look like they need water, I'm like, oh, I should probably water them. But so they would definitely chat shit about me for that, for sure. Yeah.
Do you think you'll get any in Australia?
Yeah, I just like it. I just think they make a room just prettier and nicer, and just I just like the look of plants. That's probably bad just for the aesthetics, but like,
no, it's true.
Yeah. But I do need to take better care of them. Yeah, I do. I need to water them more regularly, but I don't. Yeah.
I say I'm terrible at watering them.
Yeah.
So at home I have them on like drippers, automatic drippers. That's how. I don't. My plants, they need to survive in the Sahara if they've got any hope with me, or they have to be drip fed. That's how I work in horticulture, and this is.
It's even I tried because one of my old housemates gave one of those. I don't know what they're called, but they're like they've got like a big bulb on the end and a long thing. You're meant to fill it up with water, then just shove it in the soil, and it takes water as it needs it. But like I have that for one of my plants, but I fill it up and then it just takes it straight away. Then I don't know if it's just a bad one or if that's normal, or if it just means it actually needs more water.
It needs more water in that you have to water it first and then pop it in, because otherwise it goes into the air pockets.
Okay.
And it'll fill it up like that. That's a good way of watering though. It's a good way of doing it. Okay. If you had a partner who didn't like your plants and asked you to get rid of them, would you? No. Would you get rid of the partner?
What? Just like I mean, what a silly thing to say.
Some people, I've seen.
Silly. What do you mean?
I've seen on Facebook groups though, and Reddit. There's a lot of stories like this on Reddit where their partner has said, like, I don't like these plants. They're like unclean or anything like that, and you've got to get rid of your whole collection.
That's just so silly to me. It just makes no sense. Yeah, I just think that's silly.
It's so controlling.
Yeah. That's something I just think. Yeah, if there was like a genuine reason, like I don't know, can you be allergic to plants?
Yeah, you can be allergic to plants.
If there was like maybe allergic to the plant, I'd be like, okay, fair enough. But if there was just like, I'll just get rid of them, just don't like them, that's just the most silliest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
no.
You had it here first.
Yeah.
Or second from not Reddit. not the bin. Not the chunder bucket.
Anything but the bin.
Poor precious bin. It's served you so well.
I know,
over
it's
the
so
years.
sturdy.
Are you taking this to Australia?
No. Do you want it?
No.
No. That's a quick no.
That's true. I mean, you could actually use that as a cash pot, like a cover pot, actually, for a tall plant.
Yeah, true. I mean, you could.
Yeah?
But I'm not going to be here.
Could you not put some socks in it and then like some of your toiletry? Like
it's going to have to. No.
I feel like this bin has a connection with you, like a personal connection. You know, like how some people give like objects meaning. You've given this bin meaning.
You're doing this just because you don't want it, right?
No.
You're trying to make me take it because you don't want it, and it's fine. You could it's fine.
You know what? It's not actually a bad bin though.
It's a great bin. It's so like literally. I reckon you could literally dash this. And it just, like, it's just so sturdy.
You know what? I might have to take you up on that offer, but I am moving out.
I have cleaned it since I've been sick in it, by the way.
Yeah, I assumed that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be touching it.
It does get bleached, you know.
It gets bleached.
It does get bleached.
That's a positive. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, it's a good bin.
It's a good bin.
Have you ever judged someone's plant collection when visiting their home? Be honest.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Probably not so much. I don't know if I recognise the. I don't know. I think I really recognise, obviously, when you go into someone's home, they've got lots of plants and it looks really pretty. Like, it's really obvious and it's like, wow, they're really nice. But I don't know if I recognise the absence of plants as much. But you can tell when people don't have, not good plants, but you know when they have like the little like the Tesco, you know, the one says that just like the novelty ones.
Yeah.
Just have like the novelty ones around, or just like a succulent or something. It's like, oh, but you need a real plant.
Succulents aren't real plants.
They're not.
Like,
you need a real plant. Yeah,
they go in the killing off area.
Yeah,
they go in the bin.
Because they're on like the same level as like the Tesco, just the little novelty ones.
To be fair, that's where I started, with a Tesco succulent and a Tesco set of free cacti.
Yeah.
So I would have to judge myself for that, to be honest, as well. But yeah, you need some meaty plants.
Go.
Sorry, yeah. I'm just judging it up. I don't know. I've only done this like once before. You're my favourite so far.
Thank you.
What's the most dramatic thing you've ever done to try to save a dying plant?
I don't know if it was dying, but basically I was actually so pissed off. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Swear.
I was so pissed off. So not the most recent New Year, but the one before. We had like a similar house party. And my friend stayed over, and one of the plants in my room, the one that I showed you, my first ever plant, so I've got the collection, it was my first ever one that I've had for years, it's grown really big. I can't remember why, but I had to leave early the next day or whatever, and then like I let them sort themselves out and leave, and I come back, and they had knocked the plant off, right? Just knocked the plant off the thing, and it's like completely basically broken off. The branch. Is it the branch? I don't know what you call it. Like
the stem.
There's like the stem, but like
stem?
you know, it's like because it's quite. What is it? What is that plant in my room? The one that's the longest one I've had. But it's got it's a bit of a barky, thick. It's not like a stem. It's like quite barky and thick.
The rubber plant, the thick one.
No, it's got like the spikes. Spikes.
Not the ovaries one.
No, not the ovaries one. The one that's like in the left corner of the windowsill. It's got loads of spikes on it coming out. And it's got like a barky...
My memory is absolutely shot. We saw them yesterday. We literally saw them yesterday.
Well, because it's like... So it's not like a stem, but it's like...
it's a trunk.
Trunk.
Is it a trunk?
Kind of.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
It's got a bit of a trunk, and then it's got bits coming off, and then it's really spiky. Because the actual main trunk's got like a black cap on it. I don't know if that's meant to be there.
Oh my god, the yucca!
The yucca! That's it!
Yes!
Yeah. That's it, the yucca, yeah.
It's all coming back to me now.
Yeah.
Honestly, you could tell me your deepest darkest secrets. You'd be totally safe.
But so what are they called? Like the barky bits?
Like the trunk?
Yeah.
Or the main stem?
I guess so. Whatever. Yeah. It basically completely broken off. It was literally hanging on by like one thin little thread. And I was so upset by it. And I was so pissed off. Because they didn't tell me either. I just came over and found it. And
I was, pissed me off.
Yeah, I was really upset, really pissed off. And then I came down and been like saying to Yaz, and like she was like, oh, why don't you just try putting sellotape around it? And I was like, this is never gonna work. I was like, this is never gonna work, like just putting sellotape around it. But I humoured her and she was like, just do it, and I was really upset. So I put the sellotape around it, and lo and behold, I could not believe it, but it actually completely healed.
You basically grafted a plant.
It literally was insane, like I couldn't believe it. And it's got a scar.
Yeah.
It's got like the wound.
Oh, it's got a war
it's got the wound of like, you can see where it was like, you know, indented, but it's pretty much basically completely healed itself. And it's got a little nub where it was like, you can literally see the wound. And weird enough, like it's got like a little root coming like out of the original thing. I don't know, but it's literally really strong, really sturdy. What was the original question? Sorry, I can't actually remember what the original question was.
Oh, to save a dying plant, the most dramatic thing.
Oh,
sellotaping the plant.
Sellotaping it.
Cool, really cool hack.
I honestly did not think it was going to work, but yeah, worked.
I snapped my massive monstera in half, like maybe in September. My massive one at home. It's huge. I needed repotting, and it like completely snapped off. And then in my desperation to save it, because how else will I get good Instagram pictures?
Obviously.
I got some like string, and I wrapped it all around the stem. String.
Wow.
And it still lives.
Nice.
So yeah, they're amazing. Plants want to live. They do want to live.
I guess, what is the lesson in that? I guess just try it, even if you don't think it's going to work, and it actually probably might.
Sellotape it.
Yeah. String it.
String it. String it up. Okay. If it's not a good one, then I don't.
Okay.
Oh, have you ever accidentally killed someone else's plant and tried to cover it up? Oh, you're on camera.
I didn't try to cover it up, but I also don't know if it died. So I was house sitting for my friend, house and dog sitting for my friend, and I accidentally knocked off. She had what do you call it? You know the cuttings where you cut it off, and she was doing all of that, and so she had them all on the windowsill, and I was hoovering, and I accidentally knocked them all off, and like all the soil came out. They completely came out, and I just kind of tried to put them all back together and put them back, and I told her about it, but I'm not really sure what their fate was. But I think she's too nice enough to tell me if they actually died or not. And they was her she was getting married, and they was gonna be like the table, the favour things or whatever, like on the table, like the little decorations.
Oh.
I know. She had loads
I'm
of them.
sure they were fine though. Plants, as you know.
Yeah, this is true.
Yuck.
Yeah, so I did tell her, but I'm not sure what happened to them. But yeah, I felt really bad about it.
You know what? That's not too bad actually.
I think so.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Like I was looking after my friend Anya, who is probably going to watch this actually, and I moved here, and her plants I was looking after hers because hers are away. I didn't cover it up. They are dead. You can
Wait, they died?
Yeah.
Oh, they fully died. Okay.
You can pick them up, Anya. Like,
they're dead. Come
I'm
get
so
them.
sorry. I'll buy you some more. But yeah. So they're there. Their corpses live on.
How did you kill them?
I didn't water them because I was here. So that's a good excuse actually. I finally moved out. You know, it's a positive twist on it. Like, okay, you killed some plants, but you're not living with your parents.
So you're growing and developing.
Yes.
But fuck the plants.
Yeah. Screw the plants.
They can die.
They can die.
Yeah.
You know what? I always say though, if like people don't want to like grow plants because they think they're gonna kill them, or they might have like they might not have the capacity to think about all these different living things in their life, but they can always have a go, because it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day if they do die, because they're just plants.
Wow, didn't expect you to say that.
You know what? I'm trying to get everyone involved with plants.
Everyone get a plant.
Everyone get a plant.
If it dies, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got permission to kill it, basically.
Yeah. I've granted you as the death overseer permission to kill those plants. Okay, well, thank you for joining me on this lovely talk.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for sharing your bin with me.
You're so welcome. Like I said, if you want it.
You know what? I'm thinking about it now. There's like a memory embedded in this bin now.
This could be your bin that you always use in your little death grows.
Yeah,
the death grow bin.
Yeah.
It has got kind of a bit like grim look about it.
Yeah.
It does.
It's like dementor vibes.
Oh, your death bin.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should name it.
Yeah.
What do you want to name it? This is your legacy right here in the UK.
Death bin? I know it's a bit shit. Well, a bit basic, but you know
what? You know what, Death bin? You're doing all right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Keep planting or not planting.
Yeah, get a plant.
Get a plant and kill it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.